Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Heaven's World podcast. Today, I have with me my girl, Auntie Chii. Okay. And we're going to be talking about hustle and flow. So, what that means to you, like, what is your balance between your hustle and your flow? And we're going to be getting that started soon. I hope everyone's having a good day. And I hope this reaches the hearts that needed to hear it and the ones that think like this. May you know you're not alone. Okay. Absolutely. Hey, did it? I just.
What up, though? We back.
Hi. Okay, so this
Hey.
time I actually probably will need to edit it and chop. Well, I don't think I can chop it. I just thought of that. It's live and it's ready.
It is what it is, baby. We
So,
here.
I mean, I was doing a lot of tech things to get you added in. So,
Mm.
yeah, I'm going to see if I can save it afterwards to edit that part out so that it can start right here. But nonetheless, okay, so with me today, I have my girl, Chi,
Yeah,
and Auntie Chi. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
it's all
That's
good.
I call her Chi, y'all. Auntie Chi for y'all that's listening. Today we are going to discuss how we balance our hustle and flow, what it means to us, and I hope that it inspires some, motivates some, and also sends some our way to give us more knowledge on their hustle and their flow. So, Auntie Chi, tell us, how do you hustle and flow?
Okay, cool. Well, just real quick, my name is Auntie Chii. I am the accountability auntie. I'm gonna always be there to push you, guide you, and motivate you in the right direction. My focus is really just helping Black women to step out of their own way, to turn their potential into their power, and to really just create and live the desire that they want for themselves. And you do have to have balance in order to do that. It's so many aspects of us as young ladies. We are workers, we're like co-workers, employees, we're friends to other people, we're daughters to grown parents, we may be parents ourselves. So with all those different hats, it it's so many different responsibilities, and it also is a lot of energy used towards that. So making sure you're staying balanced and rested is important, because if I'm going hard on the parenting side but I'm neglecting myself, I'm imbalanced. If I'm going hard on the gym side but I'm not eating right, not gonna balance it out. So everything has its light and its dark, it's up and it's down, it's in and out. And so I just really try to I like to utilize my planner a lot and section off things like, okay, today I'm gonna tackle the bills in the household and washing the clothes, making sure everything is clean. And then tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and work on whatever I may have going on myself in terms of self-care. I'm gonna go to the park, I'm gonna get out and do a mile run or something like that. And then I may have another day. It just really depends on what is going on. But that's why it's important to know yourself and understand,
Mm-hmm.
like, what do I need for me, because going to the park
Right.
may be good for me, but somebody else may rather go to the beach or go to the gym. Or everybody has their own outlet when it comes to what is needed in order to balance them out. So you have to figure out what works for you first, so then you
Mm-hmm.
know exactly where to go when it's time to implement it.
Mm-hmm. How how do I want to ask this question to you? Finding your balance. Did you find it in your flow or did you find it in your hustle?
Mm.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's gonna have to be kind of both. We air
Okay.
represent. I'm a Libra, and so on that scale,
Air signs.
a on that scale, it's always like I'm always the person to, before I make a move, I'm gonna weigh out every option and see what's the next possibility. So with working, I felt like I know I'm gonna need some time in
Mm-hmm.
so I don't get burnt out. When I was working in the office, we had this stupid ass rule, because that's how corporations are set up, to where you can only
Stupid
take
ass
your,
rules.
you can only take your break between 10 o'clock, 10:15, or 10:15, 10:30, and then you had your
Hmm.
lunch at 12, and you had another break from like 3 to 3:15, or 3:15 to 3:30. You think I wasn't outside from 3 o'clock to 3:45 walking around the block getting sunlight? Because that's
Okay.
what I need. If y'all expect me to be an A1 worker, I need what I need in order to recharge. So it was
Exactly.
finding myself in situations where it's like, oh, this is new. I ain't never been on a time schedule like this. So let
Hmm.
where, like, when it was break time, I was not the person. Don't come to my desk and talk to me about what you and your people did on. Like, I'm not here for it. I'm going outside because I need my
Save it.
sunlight. And two, I'm not here to be your friend. Like, we could be cool. I actually met my best friend through work. However,
Right.
everybody else didn't get that same energy. You could be standing right here talking to me, and I'm here for my clients. Is the casework done? That's my focus. If y'all had a good
Right.
time, that's cool. But back to that, I just was the type of person, like, I don't want to stop and talk. I need to go outside because I know what I need for me. So I always have my
Right.
water bottle. I may have my headphones. Sometimes I just went without the headphones and listened to nature as I walked, but I always made sure that I got up and walked, because being out in the sun, that's energetic medicine within itself. And then getting up and
Hmm.
moving around, that's why you got people that be at offices for 20, 30 years, they didn't gain 50 pounds, they miserable and all that stuff. You never got up and took a walk, but you was always
You
ordering
never got up and got
food.
some sun.
Right. So being in my workflow allowed me to find ways to find balance. And then also, even on the weekends, like, I made sure I would do something, whether it was going to the marina, I might treat myself to the movies, I might take my daughter, we go get our nails done. So knowing, like, I deserve and I am worthy of peace at all times, regardless, I'm going to find a way to implement it
Okay.
in my
At
life
all times.
at all
I
times.
hope y'all heard that at all times, meaning don't come in her life disrupting her peace at any time.
Anytime. And you shouldn't want your own peace disrupted. Like, you
Thank you.
should be putting your foot on people's neck, not in a harsh way. You set your boundaries and
Right.
you be cool about it. But if somebody don't respect the boundary, you got to do what you got to do to make that distance, so that you can still be having your peace at the forefront. If you don't have peace, everything else gonna fall and crumble.
Everything else is gonna fall. And you know what? That definitely is true, because I think this Saturn retrograde, is it me or does your stomach hurt?
Girl,
Okay, so it's not me. Oh my god.
I was in the car this morning talking to my womb, like, baby girl, what's the
Oh
matter?
my
What we
gosh.
doing? Did I do
I've been
something
trying to crack
wrong?
this code for the past 5 days. I'm like, my stomach hurts so bad. Why is my stomach hurting? Sorry, everybody. This has nothing to do with
It
the Hussle
might
and
not
Flow.
be TMI though, because I'm guaranteeing you, if we not the only two, all these people in the world, somebody else.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I had to ask because I was literally tripping. Like, what did I do? What am I eating? Like, I'm trying everything. Like, okay, I'm working out. I'm walking. I'm drinking my lime water. I'm not bloated. Like, why does my
Right,
stomach hurt?
right.
What is going on?
I have to be honest. I am the accountability auntie, and I have fallen off keeping myself accountable. I usually take colon cleansing supplements, as well as what is it, Irish sea moss, and soursop. I
Okay.
usually take those three supplements, or I'll skip a day on the colon cleanse, but I'm doing it consistently, and I have fallen off of that. So that's, I was thinking, maybe it's like, okay, maybe I need to get back on that and get rid of this.
Okay.
But I'm
I
just trying
literally was
to.
drinking, like, I made an elixir that I've been on for the past 2 weeks. I hit today's my last day with it, and I'm gonna start it again on Sunday. But it's pineapple juice, ginger juice, lemon juice, and then I put a teaspoon of black seed oil, liquid black seed oil in it. And I've been drinking it, and I've been keeping up with my 64 ounces of water and everything. But my
Right,
stomach, it's like a cramp, like it's like an uncomfortable feeling. It's not constipation or nothing. I don't know. Like,
right. It's just, it like you said, it's a cramp, and so
is
that's
it
why
the
I was
full?
like,
It's the full moon. It has to be for air signs because it's
yeah.
making our stomachs. You know what? I think the moon is in Sagittarius,
Mm. Talk to him with
and
them.
Sagittarius always challenge air signs. So we're having a challenge thing going on with our bodies. I'm starting to think that could be going on. And there's a change because you work out. I started going walking again without earphones, like you said, like you mentioned, and super good because I see the difference. So that's
Right.
why I'm like, there's something going on energetically because why you said your stomach hurt. My stomach hurts now. I know I'm not
And
tripping.
we not even in the same area.
Exactly. That's what wait.
I'm in the
So
south, you on the west coast, so that's how you
okay,
know
yes.
the phases
Okay.
of the moon really do play a heavy influence in everything.
Yeah, I said, okay. But you know what? To wrap it back in, you guys, that's all part of the self care and the accountability she's talking about. When
Yeah.
you can go within yourself and say, what did I eat? What did I do? What did I drink? What did I say? Look, it gets that deep for our guts to get impacted like that. And we feel like that. So that does go in with your flow, okay? Because you still
Yeah.
need a flow.
And that's like not to have too much TMI, but you should be going regularly. That's part of flowing throughout your week, the month, all of that. Keep
Yes.
when you get your period. Make sure you staying on top of getting your womanly checkups and things like that, because that's gonna help everything else flow when you really in tune
Mm-hmm.
with stuff.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? For me, I will say when I asked you the question on what gave you your balance, your hustle, or your flow, I will say my my flow did, and I'm gonna say the flow because I have to the type of person I am. I have to find things that fit for me, right? And I can't do things. Well, you never say can't. I do not choose to do things. I'm sorry that make me feel like I'm forcing it to work. So with my flow, I had to learn all the way down to where I would work. Where can I place myself and make things still move, you know? So my flow gave me the hustle because the hustle I had it, but because I was trying to flow and I wasn't doing them together. I was trying to do it separately. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do it
Right.
separately, true Gemini fashion. Because it's two of us. We got to one of them's doing them, one of them's not.
Right.
So I had to get them together. And when I got it together, I realized like it started with my sleep, right? So when I started realizing like certain jobs required this amount of energy from me and I needed to get this amount of sleep and this amount of time for myself and I started weighing them out, I started saying, okay, well now I need to make this job flow with me. Like I got the hustle to make it work. You know what I'm saying? I got the hustle to go to work. This job got to flow with me now. So before I used to go into jobs thinking like, okay, I need them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, nigga, we need each other.
Right.
We need each other, okay? So you need you need work done, and I want to get paid for it. We finna even exchange,
Right.
okay? So that's how I got my hustle. I mean, that's how I brought them together, I would say. But I would say what even made me think of the hustle differently was my flow because when I was working jobs that I hated, right? And I'm like, why are you even here? And I'm like, but you need the money. And it's like, okay, it's not flowing with you. You're trying to make this work,
Right.
And I feel like I pay attention to signs. So certain little things at jobs could happen, and I could be like, this probably ain't for me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when that sign get louder and louder and louder, then I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this is not for me. Okay.
Right.
So that is how I brought them together because I definitely was trying to flow and then go to work. And look, them nights where you could go out to the club, turn up, drink a bunch of stuff, and go to work the next day.
Girl, how do we do it?
I don't know how I did that.
It was the strength of the
That was a
cognac.
wild time in my life. That was a wild time in my life. But you know what, though? It made my work ethic terrible.
Mm.
I didn't want to be there because, alcohol messes with your emotions, okay? Messes with that brain of ours and gets you to, it flares that anxiety and depression up fast.
Right.
Because that
Chemical
chemical
imbalance.
that you get, right, when you
Mm-hmm.
drinking and you like, woo, I'm
All right, y'all. Give us just a second. We gonna run it back. She gonna be right back.
what just
There we go.
happened?
I have no idea. It just kicked you out your own stuff.
What? Okay,
Technology
hold.
tripping.
Right. Y'all don't want to. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, like we were saying before we was intro, now we got to start this
One monkey don't stop the show.
because
It
guess what?
says it's still
Not.
rolling at 14 minutes and 50 seconds. So I think we're still good.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
then we're fine. We're back in action. You
Yeah.
look, YouTube was like, I don't know about y'all, but nonetheless, I was saying that to say, goddamn, what was I saying? You know what? This is the flow we was talking about, y'all. This is the flow we was talking about.
You just got to surrender and
You got to
let's.
be able to, right? You got to be able to pick up where you left off, even if you don't remember all of it. Please remember the key thing that we was talking about is the fact that I had to learn where to work to operate. To use my hustle and my flow. Yes. Also, oh, we were talking about the liquor. Aha, you guys. Yes, this right here. I can't show y'all. The liquor definitely. I can't show y'all. The liquor definitely used to mess terribly with my emotions, I would say, because it would make me hate my jobs. It would make me hate what I'm doing. And I probably could have stayed and flourished at a couple jobs, but I chose not to because I had that mentality of I'm about to turn up and go to work. And then I realized I was really working for the turn up. Had to switch. Now I work, take care of my responsibilities, and I decide if I want to turn up.
Right.
And then I'm smart about it. So that flow, that flow, we
Right.
bring it back.
That's the important part.
Yes. Yes, because it's not easy, I will say, in times today, right? The hustle part of you really is challenging right now because we seeing what's going on in the economy. You get what I'm saying? We seeing that we in a whole recession, right? And everything that we once okay, how do I want to say this? The times today is making you really learn appreciation.
Right.
And gratitude, what you're grateful for, and thankful for. Because now when we look at all the stuff that we have, this used to be things where we were like, oh, I could go buy this twice. You know what I'm saying? I could go buy this 3 times, 4 times. And now we're in the times where you like, wait a minute. This was never this much.
Right.
Right? So now your hustle gets a little different because now you like, okay, I got to afford all of this, right? So now I got to push myself even more. And I think it's crazy to see that they're trying to implement that 4-day work week when that's really just going to make people start asking for more hours. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like now you going to have to work on your off days because they took them away. So now you really still doing the same thing you was doing, working 5-6 days a week, or maybe 7, maybe 8, some people around the clock with it.
Right.
Now you actually got to be like, can I work this day? Like the nerve got to make us ask when we the ones keeping the shit on.
They say if everybody come together, they can flip the whole.
Hey, one band, one sound. I know y'all heard us. One band, one sound. I mean, we can stand together, hold hands in a circle, okay? And everybody decide. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna say what y'all gonna decide, but y'all know what we talk about. If you catch our drift.
Right.
Then you'll know. And then we will know.
Right.
Then we
But
will
I
know.
definitely think that this whole situation and just people, like you were saying in terms of the situation with work and inflation and everything, it's a time to go into real deep like reflection and introspection to see like where am I right now and where do I want to transition to in terms of, because you could evaluate what are my expenses right now and the things that have gone up. Maybe you could stop buying bacon because it is like $8 up out here. Maybe you could start carpooling, commuting, like just look at your daily lifestyle and your activities and see like where can I cut some corners. You might think twice before you give Uncle Sam and them a ride, all the way across town just because you want to be a people pleaser. Like let that go because gas is rising. Okay.
Y'all see why I love talking to her? Because she's gonna get you right back on track. Cause she talking to us, but that was to me. Listen, I need a planner or 3.
She's at 3.
Or 3, okay? Because when I spend money, Okay, here's the thing. I spend money, get money back. So then I got to the point where I was like, okay, I think this is how it's supposed to go. You spend money, you get money back, right? Then I got to the point where I'm like, okay, you spending money now. I'm like, why are you buying that? Now I got to the point where I was in a store like, you don't even like this. It was just a really pretty shirt. I didn't need it. I got a bunch of shirts in the house. So I get what you're saying now. And it's like crazy because my grandma always tells me, still till this day, she's like, it's a need or agreed. Is it a need or agreed? And I got into my like thought of like, why are we cheat? Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself.
Right.
I got in that mentality, right? But that mentality, y'all be safe. Be safe with that one. Because that one will have you back to square one, looking at your planner like she talking about something. Wait a minute. Who bought this? Yeah, yo ass did. Okay. So definitely I agree with that. I align with that. Yes, Chii.
Yeah, it's all about that balance because you do have to treat yourself. Like that's part of the self-care and the self-love. And self-love is not just about like, oh, I'm gonna go take myself to lunch. But at the same time, it's like sometimes maybe I do deserve a new Fenty lip gloss, or like maybe I could get some more shea butter. It'd be the things like, is it like you said, is it a necessity or is it a greed? Because if you know how you used to be like, I got McDonald's money at home. I mean, I got food at home, or do you have McDonald's money? So it's like, do you really need to pull up to the drive-through, or should you thaw out that meat before you leave the house?
I'm gonna tell you what the universe did to me. I got off work. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just pull up to the drive-through. Closed. I'm like, fine. There's another one on the way home. Pull up to that drive-through. The intercom thing said, "We are closed." I said, "They say that now?" I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, okay. I'm like, fine. I'll go home and eat. I get you. I hear you.
That was God trying to block it.
Right. I hear you loud and clear. And I'm on my way home. You right. I should be outside in these streets trying to find some food when I got food at the house. I'm going to go. I get to the house, made my food, and then I was like, okay, see, I'm more satisfied now. Because I think that's what happened. I think that's what's going on with the whole stomach thing. I had some El Pastor. And ever since then, my body is not, but I think I'm not supposed to be eating meat like that because I don't. Like once I fully detoxed and did this colon cleanse that I got from Napoli Naturals, shout out to Napoli Naturals. That's my place in Lamert. For all your Black owned herbal needs, okay? If they need me in a commercial, I got them. Yes. But I definitely like got a colon cleanse from them. I get a lot of stuff from them, but I drank the fat belly juice, right? And I felt better and stuff. I felt like I refreshed my body. And so once I started eating the things that I shouldn't have been eating, that I cleansed my body for, my stomach was like, guess what? We hurting today.
Right.
You ain't wearing that shirt. Finna bloat. Because girl, you should have knew better. So yes, I definitely align with that. I think our choices can determine our flow, or determines our flow, and then would our mindset determine our hustle?
Yeah, because like you was talking about your work ethic earlier, like that mindset is what's going to allow you to have a good work ethic or not. Are you going to be, accountable and show up, or are you going to call in and be like, F what y'all got going on, I'm not coming, in terms
Hey.
That used to be me. I was
You know what? Can we go on a rant about that real quick?
Let's have
our
at it.
Past selves for our work ethic. Okay, I need 2 of your most memorable stories. Go.
Oh, boom. Okay, so listen, right? I was working at the Steve Madden store in, I think it's Westfield Mall in San Francisco, right?
Okay.
I'm going hard. I'm selling shoes. I'm selling purses. I'm selling everything.
Right.
I got the title of one of the highest sellers in the region for that quarter. So the owner, Steve Madden, was supposed to be coming into the store. It was my fucking off day. I was like, what? You mean to tell me I missed that? But it's cool because I showed up. I did what I was supposed to do. even without the, the recognition, or it's nice to have, it would have been nice, but it's just like, if it was supposed to happen, God would have allowed it to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, oh, I think we lagging on here too. Are we, you good? Am I lagging?
Okay, say something.
I'm gonna
Can you
move.
hear me?
Did it?
Okay, there you go. You
Yeah, I can hear you.
good.
Can you hear me? There we
Okay,
go.
yes.
Wait, okay, so you went in on your off day and he was there?
No, he came in to visit the store, and it was my off day, so I wasn't
Oh,
even there when he came in. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, that sucks. Like, out of
wow.
all the, I should have
They knew.
come to
They
work.
knew.
Right.
They needed to
But
go.
another one
They needed to
you
go.
did say too. So another one that was really, 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 I think will always stick with me is I was the it was kind of ghetto. I was supposed to be a teacher for a summer program at a church. I was like 15 years old. I had no teaching credentials, but basically I was gonna babysit these second graders and make sure they didn't tear shit up, right? So I
Okay.
was like, come up with the curriculum I want. If I'm going to be the only one in here looking after them, then what I say is shall
Right.
be will go. So I taught them
That's law.
math,
Okay.
right? I taught them math, and we worked on them being able to count without writing the. Okay, so say it was like 4 plus 5. Kids will write 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another set of lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just
Yes.
have all these
Yes.
lines all over the paper, confusing themselves. So I was able to teach them how to count like in a shorter time frame, utilizing their fingers and even the knuckles on your finger, breaking those down into threes. And at the end of it, they were
Okay.
able to really understand like mathematics on a more mature level. So that really made me happy
Yeah.
to know that I was able to influence them in something that was going to be beneficial in their life. And then I also taught them poetry and got them
Yes.
open to expressing their feelings. So that's something that I will
Look,
always hold dear to me.
I strongly believe if you can teach a child, you can create a better adult. You
Yes,
know,
that's
because that's really
art.
where it starts at. Because we, especially for us being two people that are into doing our shadow work, into doing our healing, being transparent, holding ourselves accountable, being honest with where we're at in life and where we want to be,
Right.
as kids, that wasn't always understood, you know? And a
It
lot of
wasn't.
the strong healers today are the ones that literally have to heal their inner child and tend to their childhood trauma and create a better way of thinking for themselves, right? So when you can do that to it, when you can teach a child how to show up for themselves, right? As an adult, they won't be afraid to do it.
Right.
You know,
Right.
they won't be afraid to do it. They'll be ready to openly express that and openly express themselves, which is good. That's why, like, side note, my nieces and nephews, they're very vocal. My niece
That's
just
good.
she just went off on me the other day. I was like, "Hey, you miss me?" She was like, "You don't think about me." I said, "Oop, I do think about her, but she feel like if I don't see you, you ain't think about me." So I ain't
Or
see
take
you.
it a step
So you
further.
don't think about
Call
me.
the call the
Right.
parent and be like, hey, let me talk to my niece, check on her. And that way she'll know. Some people, you got to love them in their love language. So it's like, if I don't hear from you, I feel like
Yes.
I'm out of sight, out of mind. As opposed to if you shoot me a
Yes.
letter, you should write her an old school letter and mail it to her house. Kids don't get mail these days. That would
Right. Girl,
excite.
you know what? That's cute. I'm gonna do that for all my nieces and nephews now that you just said that. But no,
Yeah.
you look, let me tell you, she just has to. My niece, she's a Cancer. She's so sweet. She just has to say something to me. Like, she just can't help herself. Like, I'm the auntie that she just has to, like, she got to snap at. She got to say something. Like, I could see her be like, hey, she'll be like, hey. And I'm like, what you thinking about saying, girl? Because I know you about to say something. I know you about to say something. And then she has something funny to say. But I love it. I allow
Yeah.
them to speak their mind because I don't take it as like disrespectful, like, oh, you don't talk to adults like that. No, she's telling me, like, I haven't seen you as my auntie. I ain't seen you. So I don't think you missed me because I ain't seen you. So
Right.
I ain't seen you. And it don't even be a while that girl, she just so I took it as that would to me, I was like, okay, I'm gonna reach out more. I'm gonna start, I'll see you. That's what I took it as. Versus trying to scold her for talking to me like that. Like,
Yeah.
no. As a child, speak your mind. Speak your mind.
Right.
It's not up to the child to do the disrespect respecting. That's the adult. You would take disrespect an adult, and child is disrespecting you. You know what I mean? Kids don't.
Some of
They don't know. Are we lagging?
Yeah, just a little bit. I can see you now. It's
We're
good,
lagging.
but for the last couple of minutes, it was.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my
Can you hear me?
gosh, why are they doing this to us today?
Girl, because we still on
Why are they
retrograde. We're
doing
gonna
this
be
to
on
us today? They know
October.
until October,
Yes.
where the Scorpios is at.
Right. The day before
That's
Scorpio
why
season starts,
retrograde and Scorpio season is the worst. The
Well, no,
only
it
reason why it's
stopped
worse
right on
is because
October. Can you hear me?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is lagging. Oh my gosh. Well, everyone, Auntie Chii and we are going to wrap this up. We will be back. I
Yes. It
appreciate
was
y'all for
definitely
listening to
worth
us
it.
through the difficulties. Yes, we're going to get this together. See y'all
Yes.
soon. Thank you,
All right.
Chii.
Shaw.